Okay, so as we celebrate the International Women's Month, we are shining a spotlight on women in leadership, women that are breaking barriers, shaping policies, and making a difference in their individual communities. And today, Diversity Magazine, we are happy to be speaking with Mayor Megan Hanson. She is the mayor for the town of Sylvan Lake. So she has been a trailblazer in her field. She has been leading the people of Sylvan Lake, with vision and determination. So, Mayor Megan, once again, you are welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So, to start with, can you share with us your journey into politics and what exactly inspired you to go into politics?
My journey into politics was really because I started volunteering. I moved to Sylvan Lake a number of years ago. I was in my 20s without any athletic ability, and I needed a way to make some connections in town. And it couldn't be through sports. I think that was the standard thing for people my age. So I joined in volunteering and was really just looking for a circle of people that I got along with. I fell into some fantastic volunteer groups.
Wow.
And that was what I did growing up. My family was always active in their communities as well. And I just got hooked so quickly in Sylvan Lake. It was neat to find people who are the movers and shakers in town. And when you're around that kind of energy, it's hard not to be one of them.
Yeah, not to be influenced. So it's right to say that you had a lot of mentors and good influence around you that propelled you to like, okay, let me try this, right?
Exactly. And when you're around people that are excited about projects in the
Hmm.
community,
Hmm.
it's hard not to catch a bit of that excitement and just jump on board and say, how can I contribute to this? This is really neat.
Yeah, good job. So, as a mayor, what are some of the key initiatives or policy that you are currently focused on in the town of Silver Lake, and what impact do you think that this policy will have on your town?
One of the things I'm really proud of in Sylvan Lake is the ground that we've covered when it comes to just being really inclusive for everyone. It
Mhm.
maybe hits a bit personally to me. I'm a
Mhm.
mom of a child with autism who
Mhm.
is always looking for ways to make our community just welcoming to everyone who doesn't quite fit in the normal mold.
Mhm.
Some of the ways we've done that in Sylvan Lake is through physical changes. I'm so proud that our lakeshore is accessible to everyone, regardless of physical ability. We've
Mhm.
installed ramps over the last number of years. We've
Mhm.
got a wheelchair lending program that allows everyone to come swim in our beautiful lake and not having to take your own personal wheelchair there. And we've just made a real focus on our buildings whenever we can and on our physical infrastructure to make sure that nobody is left out or left on the sidelines watching everyone else have fun.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I think you look at that when it comes to physical improvements, but also for those that are neurodiverse. And there's always things we can do to make our community more friendly to everyone. And we've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of that over the last couple of years. It's neat to watch just how far a couple of years, and not even a substantial dollar amount, but just a couple of years of real targeted, motivated action, what that can do for a community.
It's great. Good to know. Okay, so Mayor, you'd agree with me that politics is often seen as a dominated field or career, if we can put it that way. So I'd like to ask that what are the challenges that you feel that as a woman in leadership you have been facing and you have been able to overcome?
I think there's always, and maybe it's a female thing, but maybe not. I think there's always the hesitation of, do I know enough to take that leap? And
Mm.
I'm never the smartest person in the room. I'm very aware of that. But do I know enough to ask this question? And I think it's just a bit of an inner battle that
Mm-hmm.
I have, and many of my female colleagues that I've discussed this with have the same. So it's getting over that really roadblock inside of ourselves that says, well, no, just because you don't know every answer, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be at the table and you shouldn't be the one asking questions and
Mm.
pushing things forward, even if sometimes I say things that are wrong or that
Yeah.
need correction. That's how we all learn. And I think sometimes men are a little bit more confident in that pathway for themselves. And
Yeah.
we just need to buckle up and know that we also deserve a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's okay not to know everything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And looking ahead, what as a leader, what legacy would you like to leave as a mayor? What would you like when you are no more mayor of Silver Lake? What would you like the people of Silver Lake to remember you for? What would you like to be remembered for that? Oh, Mayor Megan, this was our legacy.
I hope that anyone I encounter during my time in office and before and after that, if they were to think back on that time, that they would just say, she made me feel really welcome and listened to. But more than anything, like everyone has a place here. And if I could leave that behind and if that could continue on, I would be so incredibly proud of my time here.
Yeah, good to know. And what advice would you like to give to young women and female leaders that are looking into coming into politics? Maybe they are still thinking about it, or they in the years to come they might be interested. What message would you like to leave for them?
I don't think there's ever a right time. And that's another thing I think sometimes we get in our own head about is am I too young? Do I have too much going on with family life? Do I have too many other things happening that maybe it's not the right time for you? And it's probably never going to be the right time. You just have to eventually take that leap and find other great women along the way. And not just women, find great mentors along the way who will support you and encourage you and answer your silly questions. But also, if you're looking to get a foot in the door, volunteer. It's a great way to fall in love with your community in ways that you didn't even know existed. It's a great way to get to know how governance works on a different scale.
Okay.
And it's a great way, yeah, to get to know your community.
Good one. So, rounding up now, do you have any message you'd like to leave? Diversity is diverse, over 1 million viewers all over Canada. Do you like something you like us to know about the town of Silver Lake? What you like us to know? What do you have coming up as we're going into spring and into summer? The bright, better days are coming ahead. So, what message would you like to pass across to people?
Oh, well, I have to share just what a wonderful community Sylvan Lake is. It is a great place to visit. Of course, in the summertime, but I'll tell you, we are a hopping community in the winter and in the off season as well. Just a
Okay.
couple weeks ago, we held the only ice dragon boat race festival in North America this year so far. And we're known for those really unique experiences. It's a great place to come visit and take part in
Okay.
some of the small town charm, but also
Okay.
just the real lively events that happen here. So we welcome you to come. We know that you will be treated like the red carpet has been rolled out, and I feel that way for everyone who comes to visit us here. We want you to feel like you found a home here, whether that's for the day, for the weekend, or for the long term. It's Sylvan Lake is a pretty magical place.
Mm. Thank you. And thank you so much for doing this with us. And we say that keep doing the good work and keep making Sylvan Lake as welcoming as it has always been. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.